Well, today I just got the brand new for 2025 Lowe's 7-foot animated balloon dog clown made by Techie Toys. Now this is one I've been eyeing down all season. Usually Lowe's has like a mid assortment of Halloween stuff. I think that every year, but this year I'd say they had like 4 hits. This guy, Timekeeper. I know this is a hot take, but Immortal Nightwalker is pretty cool, and I also kind of like the Bell Ringer budget prop. So I'd say it's a step up because usually they're just straight dog shit. But I mean, 4 good props is like a record breaker for them. So anyways, this is my first Lowe's animatronic ever, so this will be an interesting unboxing. However, this might be my last because the tax on this guy is crazy. I ended up paying $316 for this guy, and that hurt to pay, honestly. I got this guy at the top shelf. If this guy is even a hint of broken, he's going back to the store because this better be worth the $316 I paid. But here's the size of his box. And yeah, you can tell he's made by Techie Toys. His box is a little dented, so hopefully he's fine. But anyways, let's crack this guy open. So let's see what this $316 is all about. This thing should really be $250, but depot drop's happening in a week, so I still have enough for that. This guy was with the main priority, so my haunt. Let's see what we got here. Got his clothing. Very nice color scheme, actually. It's very nice. Torso frame with module. This is a cool thing. I'm hearing this guy has like a similar mech to the Darling Dolly animatronic from 2023, which I do own. So, and her setup was pretty easy. Let me just get the rest of the parts out. Here's the moment of truth. You see his head, shoulder frame, head and shoulders. This is my first puppet mouth animatronic that I own, so this will be interesting. I think they should stop with the puppet mouth. That's one flaw I have with this guy. But I guess it kind of makes sense for the cartoon aspect. See this head. That's pretty interesting. Let me zoom out. Big ass head. And then he's got this piece right here that I assume attaches to it. Yeah, let me, I'm sweating right now. I'm wearing all black doing this. Probably not the brightest idea. So hold on, let me get a drink of water. We got 4 pulls labeled B, classic Techie pulls. I think this is the balloon dog. I really like the concept of this guy, by the way. You've never really gotten a clown holding a balloon dog before. And I like that they let Techie do this because Seasonal Visions did this. It would be like the same scrawny clown that has a latex face that rips all the time, you know. Fuck it, I'm gonna pause the video. You've got the balloon dog with his hands. Oh, fuck. Hopefully nothing broke. We got his big clown shoes. I heard it's the same clown shoes as the handstanding clown, but just red instead of green. Got piece of packaging. And of course the base with the pre-attached sandbag, actually. That's really nice. So hopefully that makes up for me paying $316 on this after tax. A little bit of his sand fell out of the bag and into the box, but luckily it's not too much sand. I know that's happened to a couple others. Something interesting right here is that they have a guide for the Lowe's employees to set these things up. Obviously I don't work at Lowe's, so I won't need this, and plus this is my balloon dog clown that's going in my haunt, so it's still pretty cool to see. And let me get out the instructions and set this guy up. So I finally got it fully set up. Um, it did take me a bit, mainly because of how sweaty it is, and one of the parts has like cotter pins for like no reason. Well, it's probably part of the engineering that made them do that. But it was like I got them together. I was kind of worrying because for some reason like the snap blocks, like the actual buttons, are like too small for the hole, and so like this kept like slipping out of place, and I was getting really worried that it was broken and like the welding was fucked up or something. But it's all fine. I got it fixed up, and now I'm gonna activate him. Hopefully he's not too loud because I don't want to wake up any neighbors.
Stretching and molding this balloon into a vicious, hungry, man-eating dog is the least of my talents.
Training it to go after who I want it to. That's my real talent.
So now I'm on to the review of this guy. Now, I'm very pleased with this animatronic. I think it's a really good one. Do I think it's worth the $300? No. But is this a good animatronic? Yes. And do I recommend it? If you're willing to pay the price, and if it's like one of your top favorites this year, then I definitely recommend this thing. Has 3 movements. The price is really bad. I honestly would rather have this thing $250, maybe $230. But at the same time, you compare that to some of Spirit's prices, it's not that bad of a price. I just don't really like coughing up $300 unless it's a 12-footer. It does suck that Lowe's doesn't have any coupons, because unlike Spirit, Spirit you can get like $300 animatronics for like $240, but this guy you had to like pay him like full price, like up front. So that was very disappointing. Now I didn't initially like the voice that much, but honestly, throughout owning him, he's honestly grown on me. Same with the puppet mouth, because it kind of fits him with like the cartoony aspect. So, and Techie did really good on this one. It's also, it doesn't say it on the box or on the website, but this thing is outdoor rated. It comes with an outdoor rated adapter and a very heavy duty build. So this animatronic will last for a long time. You'll get a lot of years out of this one for sure. I also really like the uniqueness of this item. Surprisingly, we've never really seen a clown holding a balloon dog before in retail, which you'd think it'd been done by now, but surprisingly it's took us this long to get one. But I'm really digging the concept. I'm also really glad this was made by Techie Toys, because if Seasonal Visions made this, it would have been the same scrawny, crappy, skinny clown that just like has a latex face and always manages to rip all the time and just has no detail at all and looks the same as every other clown they made. Unless it was at Home Depot, then it probably would have been good, but SVI at other places cannot make a good clown. This guy's very unique. He also, if he was Seasonal Visions, he would have had the shitty vacuum form shoes that I'm glad this guy doesn't have. He has like very high quality shoes that will definitely last you a long time. You don't gotta worry about like accidentally stepping on them or anything like that. It'll last you a while. And also something I really like is the line delivery on this item and the phrases. I think they're very creative, and I'm also glad that there's circus music when he resets. That really adds to the atmosphere. Now I do notice that after he's done resetting, the circus music plays a little bit longer, which I do not like, really. I think they should just like made the circus music stop after he's done resetting. Another thing is, I really don't like how he talks like for a long time before he jumps out at you, because if you're doing a haunted house walkthrough like I am, that'll be a really big issue. And luckily, Spirit released, I think last year, I think they released some beam sensors. So I'll definitely place some of those like earlier in the walkthrough, so that when they're up to the balloon dog clown, he actually lunges out at you on time. They don't like walk away before the scare happens. But a big issue with that is in one of his phrases, there's like different timing before the jump scare in each phrase. Like one of them, he like talks for a little bit, then he jumps right at you like right away. And then there's some where like his phrase like drags on for a while before jumping out. I definitely think that starting next year, Techie and other companies that make jump scare props should like really take that into mind when making their animatronics, because that is a big problem. I mean, at least the beam sensors exist now, but if you're gonna have them have phrases, have them like the same timing before the jump scare, so there's no real problem, you know. But besides that, this is a really cool item. If you're in the market for a jump scare, and if you're in the market for a clown, I'd really say go for this one if you're willing to spend the $300. Honestly, I don't regret this purchase. I'm gonna keep him for sure. He also has a very similar mechanism to Darling Dolly, and she was $280, so this is like $20 more than her, and has in exchange like 2 more movements. So I think that's a good deal. And also, I think Crouchy was the same price. He had like 2 movements and the worst welds ever. So honestly, I'm fine with this. Another clown I like from this year is the Home Depot one, which I will be getting on the drop next week, same with a couple other animatronics. So stay tuned for that. And also, this guy has a very big role in my haunt, so I can't wait to show you guys that. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, and see you in the next video.